Children from the Da Vinci Science Center's Explorer and Inventor membership clubs put their engineering skills to work for the Potato Chip Challenge.
Today we had an Inventor and Explorer Club event. It was called the Potato Chip Workshop. It's an event exclusively for our members. It's a free program that we offer, and we offer them quarterly during quarterly workshops. This was the Potato Chip Challenge, so they learned about how different materials break, the fragility, the breakability of different things using several instruments, and then they actually created their own box where they shipped 5 potato chips. They got 2 packaging materials that we gave them, and then we took them to the other side of the theater because obviously we don't have enough time to mail them through the mail system, so we created an obstacle course where they had different areas where they had sorting. We created a bumpy road where a truck went over it to kind of bounce the potato chips around, and then they came back and we judged how many potato chips were still intact, how many pieces were broken, and then we chose a winner.
Before getting started, the children learned the science behind keeping a potato chip in one piece.
We learned about different properties using liquid nitrogen when you change the environmental conditions, depending on what the material is, if it's breakable, if it's something it breaks apart with tension. And then we also used a machine that was provided and donated to us for the day by Tinius Olsen, and it determined the strength of different materials, of different chips, how they use it, how they use actually, in manufacturing, how they test the different strengths of the chips. So the children had an idea about the different materials they were using before they used it. So what the kids had to do is we assigned each group a number. There was 12 teams, and each team would come up and they would choose 2 of the 4 packaging materials. They also everybody got the same small box and 3 pieces of tape. They could use that in any way that they wanted, to make a cushion inside the box, to wrap up a chip in, and then they sealed the box. Once they were sealed, we divided them into groups. They were thrown into a mailbox that we designed, and then again going around that obstacle course. So they had to use only the packing materials that were given to them, and they were also given 5 potato chips, and so they had to use all of those in the most creative way that they could based on what they learned today.
To test the durability of the potato chip packages, the Da Vinci Science Center replicated the entire shipping process.
They initially all went through a mailbox slot. The children, the mail carriers that were assigned, they had to throw them through a box. Once they were tossed onto the other side into our obstacle course, they were then tossed around and tossed into one mail truck. It went over a bumpy road. The first sorting table was to sort them by color. Every box had a color assigned to them, so they were sorted by color. Once they were sorted by color, then they were tossed to another group. After the first group that was there, then they were put into another delivery box. And then they were taken over a second bumpy road. They came into the second sort station, which were sorted by numbers as you would do for different house numbers. Then they were given back to the mail carriers, and the mail carriers once again tossed them through the mailbox into the final destination.
The winning group, which had 4 out of 5 potato chips survive, explained how they kept the precious cargo whole.
We took foam and we surrounded a potato chip with that, and then we put paper shreddings around that.
Many chips did break throughout the experiment, but everyone was impressed with the overall results.
A lot of the kids really got creative and used their different packaging materials. Some of the potato chips, there was one team that had started with 5 potato chips and ended up with 35 pieces. But the winner, actually, only one of their chips broke. So they only ended up with 6 pieces. But a lot of them survived a lot better than I thought they were going to as well. But it was all based on their creativity they had, and they worked as a team and used the different packaging materials.
The Da Vinci educators hope the children enjoyed this experiment and the lessons they learned from it.
One is just to learn again about the different properties of different materials, how different materials and different items can break differently, and just take it home. Just having a fun experience here at the center.
I really enjoy the Da Vinci because we have different hands-on experiments. We get to play with animals, see creatures. Everything is here, so you don't have to go to tons of different centers. So it's really nice.
For more information about the Da Vinci Science Center, visit their website. For SCC TV, I'm Jessica Belasco.